Good morning and welcome everyone to Show Me the Shift podcast with me, Coach Lenora, certified life coach, HR certified professional, international bestselling author, and the creator of the Victorious Movement. So, in today's episode, we are actually going to talk about purpose. It is Friday and it is time to talk about purpose. And so, based on that, we are going to discuss what are some things that are really powerful and impactful to you that make you want to focus on what your purpose is. And if you're not familiar or sure of what your purpose is, then how do we go about figuring out and kind of peeling back the layers of the onion, so to speak, to help you to get to the point of reflecting on that and determining what your purpose is. I truly believe that all of us are here with some level of a purpose. Some people are going to put action behind their purpose and some people aren't. And that's okay because we need people who are doing a lot of different things, right? Just to make the world run. So for those of you who want to put action behind your purpose, and that can be something extremely big and powerful that you know you're supposed to be doing, or it could be something that you're just like, I just know I'm meant to craft, as an example, and that's my purpose. I love it. It brings me joy. It brings me passion. Yes, it may not be that thing that's going to revolutionize the world, but it's something that brings me joy, and that's okay too. Like whatever that thing is that just gets you going, then that very well could be your purpose. And so we're going to talk today about more of those things that touch your heart, right? Tapping into some of your emotions and how some of the deepest motivations that you have could very well lead you to what is your purpose. I think some people think it's like a lightning bolt thing, and it's not often the case that that's what happens. It's more of the fact that there are silent whispers, there are little things that hit you every now and then that have you thinking, is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Is this really something that I could even make money doing if I really, really love it? And so those are the kind of things that we're going to talk through today. And so when it comes to your deepest motivations, your deepest kind of emotions when it comes around a particular topic, then what we would say is like, what are some problems that really move you, right? Your purpose is often going to be connected to some type of issue, sometimes some kind of challenge that's out there in the world. Sometimes it's about what deeply upsets you. So yes, it could be something that brings you joy and happiness and fulfillment, but it can also be something that like you're an advocate. It's a cause. It's something that you are just like, look, I have to step into this because if not me, who is going to kind of pick up this baton and run with this particular issue? And so that is more of the flow of what we're going to talk about today, or what are those powerful things that drive you towards what your purpose could be. So it's really something where you're almost meant to help fix what that situation is. You know that this is something that I'm meant to do, that I'm meant to step into for whatever reason, and I'm ready to do that. Okay. Then we have, what are the things that you notice that other people don't even pay attention to? Like there could be certain things and problems that other people just overlook. They just have no clue of this as an issue. They've never heard about it. They know nothing of it. And even if they do know something about it, it's not creating any level of passion for them. But for you, it's this deep seated fire that's been generated because you're like, no, this is an injustice. This isn't fair. Or this is something that we need to make sure we protect the kids or help the kids to learn about financial literacy or any of those things. But it could be things that for you, it's extremely passionate. It's something that you really are focused on. And for other people, it's a fleeting thought or it's not even on their radar at all. And so sometimes your purpose is kind of guiding you and your intuition is guiding you towards those things that other people overlook as the thing that you should be 100% focused on, because that is your true calling. And helping others also is another thing that very well could be in alignment with your purpose. Is what gives you fulfillment? What gives you joy when it comes to supporting and helping other people? Are there certain gifts that you have that other people don't have that help you to make a difference in people's lives? Maybe it's something that you have gone through. Let's say you've gone through a divorce or bereavement or stopped smoking, lost 100 pounds naturally. All of those things, maybe it's something that, hey, I have gone through this. I've gone through this test, and now I have a testimony that I want to share with people and help them to get to their next level, to help them to know that they don't have to do this alone, that they have support, that they have encouragers, that they have a cheerleader in their corner to help them along their journey. And so that very well could be another layer of purpose that you could have, is like, look, it's all about helping and supporting people on their way or through something that is traumatic, something that is trying. And so that way, maybe at some point they in the future will be able to have a testimony on the other side of that. So keeping those things in mind, again, we'll start with the top three that I just mentioned, and then we'll delve a little bit deeper. But for those, it's what problems move you, and how your purpose is connected with certain issues that are going on in the world that like deeply upset you, that frustrate you, that make you know that, hey, I'm the person who has to, again, pick up this baton and carry this message forward and do something about this issue. So that could very well be something that points to your purpose. It could be about something that you notice that other people simply do not notice, are not moved towards taking any action on, or that it's not a passion of theirs, but it's like a deep-seated fire within you to go ahead and move in a certain direction because it just speaks to you so strongly. And then the other is helping others. So how can you go about helping other people through whatever they're going through in such a way, because of the fact that you have already gone through it, you've already lived through it, experienced it, and now you are able to help and support others. And so there's a ton of different ways that you can get kind of even started down the path of any of those three areas if you focus on how you can get your message out there. If there are people who are looking for you, how do they know that you are the one that has the answer to their problem? So maybe it means that you start posting things on your social media to speak to that. Maybe it means that you develop an ebook and you say, hey, I'm just going to have this electronic book that's out there. I'm going to talk about it from time to time. They're very easy to pull together. I'm actually thinking of creating an ebook course, I don't know, or an ebook training, so that way on demand, people can learn how to create their own ebooks. So if that sounds like something that's interesting to you, let me know. I can create that and get some information out there for that. And then also, it could be even a course. Let's say that you just do a training or a webinar or a Zoom, and you just say, okay, on 2 weeks from now, on a Thursday, I'm going to have a Zoom where we're going to talk about bereavement. We're going to talk about loss, and I'm going to share information with you about my journey on that. And then maybe there's something that you can connect to that to say, look, we're going to have group coaching sessions that are going to start taking place, and there'll be 4 sessions, 1 a week for a month. And if you want to participate, then here's how you go about registering and signing up for that. So there's different ways that you can take the information that is really powerful for you and get the word out to the people who are interested and want to know what it is that you have to offer, right? Because people are going through, right? And I mean, I think we all know that people are going through different things in different stages and times of their lives. And so based on that, how can we be a help? How can we be a servant? How can we support people when they have challenges and things that are going on in their lives that we just might not realize that we are the they are looking for? Okay. And so as we tap into our emotions, excuse me, to talk about are some like homework things that you can do to help you to determine your purpose and potentially put action behind it if you're serious about getting going with that, right? So we have tapping into your emotions. There's 3 things that you can do. So we'll have where one is that you use 3 issues in the world. What are they that make you feel emotional? And really delve into why. Why do these 3 things really hit me in a certain way that maybe it doesn't hit other people? Why is this something that is so emotional to me, that feels so, excuse me, this tickle feels so powerful to me? What is it that is really making this stand out to me so much? So figure out what those 3 issues are and really tap into, why do I get emotional about this? Why is it something that is so deeply rooted in me that I want to take action on it. And write that out and journal that, because that can help you to determine, okay, is this something that needs additional clarity or needs additional focus, so that that way I can really make this difference? Because if it's that powerful and it's going on right now, then that means that it's probably a little bit more of a sense of urgency for you to start on your path, right? Even if it's something you're doing with your job, you're doing it a couple of hours a week, you're doing it a couple of nights a week, whatever that is, but there's probably more urgency to that because it's a current issue that's taking place in the world, right? So there you go. There, for people who want to serve others, what you need to do is write about a time that you really helped somebody, how you felt in regards to doing that. Okay, see, the devil's getting busy and trying to get in my throat while I'm just trying to help people discover their purpose and move towards it. But this happens, believe it or not, more often than you think, as I talk about some things that really can help in a way of being powerful for people to do things that they need to do for themselves and move out of being stuck and stagnant, but move towards that thing that they're called to do. The devil gets in my throat and tries to stop me from talking about it. It's so funny. It happened. This is probably like the 8th time it's happened to me, where as I'm talking about something, I get this little tickle, this little cough, all of this stuff. Sometimes I have to stop, get water. It's a mess. Anyway, but it's not going to stop me, right? I'm going to keep on going. And so based on that, with serving others. So write about a time that you helped someone and you felt really good about it, right? That you did something and you were like, wow, I actually supported somebody in what they were trying to do. And that brought me joy. That brought me fulfillment. What was that situation? What did you do? And what was that person's response to what you did? Because often what you'll find is that person is so grateful for what you did, for how you were able to support them. And they were probably like, oh my God, I had no idea what to do. And you helping me, encouraging me, supporting me really gave me exactly what I needed. So just think through that. And what was it? What did you do to help the person? And then how did you feel on the other end of that? And what was that situation that made you have so much fulfillment? And then lastly, brainstorm some different ideas. So think about 3 ways that you can make a difference in areas that matter most to you. So what are the areas that matter most to you? And then what are 3 ways that you could say, all right, with the amount of time that I have, the amount of resources that I have, maybe even the amount of energy that I have, but what are some things that I can do to make a difference and put action behind that? It can be as big as you want, it can be as small as you want, but what are those things and how can you go about moving the needle so that that way you can help and support others. And so that's it for today's training about purpose, is just focusing on just a few things so that that way you don't feel so overwhelmed, but yet you're not in the area of feeling so stuck that you're like, I want to do something, but I don't know how. Let's just start small. Take it all in tiny chunks and figure out how you can do something different so that you can have a different result. And that one thing that you do, or those few things that you do, you never know, that can start a momentum and start a chain reaction to the point that next thing you know, you're doing more and more and more, and it can literally become your life. So on that note, I just want to thank everybody for participating in today's mini session, mini training for the Victorious Movement. We are going to, and I will say that the training that I am going through is training that I have in my Victorious Movement community. That's why I mentioned the Victorious Movement. So I do have this training in my community where I go through, I help people discover their purpose. I help people with their mindset to stop limiting beliefs, to stop anything that holds them back or makes them feel small or to dim their light, because we all deserve to shine our light as brightly as possible. And we even have sections in the community where people can literally toot their own horn, celebrate themselves, acknowledge all the greatness that they are bringing to the table, as well as just focusing on what it is that we're trying to accomplish in the world. So on that note, I hope everybody has an amazing Friday, an amazing weekend. We'll connect again on Monday. We'll be talking about affiliate marketing, which is mainly marketing other people's products for a profit. All right, everybody, take care. Have an amazing day. Bye.